Hi guys. Um, I was looking for some way to store my planner stickers. And they're not necessarily stickers, they're either images that I've downloaded from Pinterest, they're either free stickers from people that make them and share them, but nothing is from any store that I've purchased because I don't want to purchase stickers for my planner. It's just another expense to me. So these are some of the things that I printed out. They're either, like I said, either images. Some I made with my silhouette, like that one. It's just a jar, and I added either text to them or the hearts, and they fit the boxes. So I have these, but when I put them in here, I realized that they're eventually going to spill out and they're going to make a mess. So I said, that's not going to work. And then I thought about using the page protectors. But as they are, they're too big. So I said, why don't I just cut them down and make a binder to put them in instead of spending money on something else that will be a temporary solution. So I'm going to show you guys how I made these little pockets. And I can get 4 from one sheet. And if you look, I can put them in here. I can bind them, which I'm going to do. I'm going to make like a binder or a journal or whatever I want to put these in. And these I just made with the silhouette. The shapes are from Silhouette, and I just added the words to them. So let's go ahead and get started because I do not have any video editing. Okay, so this is the page protector. I'm using the fuse tool. If you do not have the fuse tool, I'll show you what you'll do without the fuse tool. But here's the paper. So what you want to do is fold it in half. And I'm sorry that the camera is bobbing. The thing that I have to hold my camera on, it's an arm, but it's not sturdy. And my tripod, I can't figure out how to get it high enough to get everything in frame. So, and I'm just using this as a reference. You can either, if you don't have this, use a ruler and a marker. You just want a line of reference. So I'm going to use my fuse tool. Where I scored it at, where I folded that line, I'm going to take the fuse tool and run it along that edge. And if you don't know, this thing gets really hot. I accidentally had the iPhone cord touch it, and it couldn't have been that long. And on my cord, I can now see those little serrated edge lines on there. So be careful. It does get hot, and it's hot enough that I can smell the heat coming off of it. So, okay, so that's that line. So our top is here. And as you can see, we already have 2 pockets at the top. So what you want to do is decide where you want the next line to be. It can either be to the right of this line or to the left of this line. I'm going to just make mine so I don't have to flip the paper. I'm going to put it on this side of the line. This side looks like it may have a little bit more room, so I could flip the paper upside down just for my ease to do it. And I'm going to put it, I'm going to do it that way because otherwise my one pocket will be a little bit larger than the other, but it's only slightly, so it's not a big deal. So maybe 1/4 of an inch you want to move over, or it doesn't even have to be that much. I'm going to use my scissors. You can also use your paper cutter to cut between those lines. So I made the top line. My ruler just isn't long enough, so I'm coming down. And I'm going to bring that line all the way down. And I do it maybe 2 or 3 times to make sure. Because I did one and when I cut it, it cut open. Okay, so if you look, there are 2 lines that we did. And I hope that's in focus. You can kind of see them. So what you want to do is cut between those 2 lines. Do not cut on the line. Otherwise, you're just reopening the bag and you won't get the pockets out of it. So cut between the 2 lines that you did. And if you cut on the line, if you have the fuse tool, you'll just go back over. You'll create another seared edge is what I'll call it. So So I'm cutting between the two, and I can feel my scissors getting on top of one of those, so I may end up going back over it with the fuse tool to make sure that my edges are sealed and my stickers, my pieces of paper, will not fall out. Okay, so now we have those, and what I do, I kind of wiggle it to make sure my edges are still closed before I go any further. Okay, so they're sealed. So now we have 2 pieces out of that one sheet. Now, make sure you know where your opening is. My opening is at the top. I'm going to fold it. I've just turned it to the right, so my opening is to my right. I'm going to fold this in half again, just to get a line of reference. Okay, open it back up. So remember, keep in mind where your opening is. There's the line that I just folded. I am going to stick my ruler or whatever else I have in there to get a straight edge. I'm going to take my fuse tool and drag it along the edge just to close it. Okay, so now we have our opening. We have the edge that we created, and this was the original closure at the bottom. You want to cut below the line that below the seared edge that you just created. If you cut above it, this will create like a shaker bag, but there's nothing in there. So you cut below it, it'll create an opening. If you cut above it, it's not going to work. Then you have to reclose it. And you'll also have to cut that piece off. So I'm cutting below it. You can see that. Okay, so this was our original bag with the opening. Now we have this pocket. This is the one that we just created. And you have this opening. Now we still have this piece to work on. This was the other half of the bag. So this is my opening. I'm going to fold it in half. Just to create that edge. Stick that in there. And we're going to, oops, I'm not too good with this thing, so you can kind of see where I kind of made a thick line, but that's okay. Remember to find your opening. My opening is here. I want to cut below the line that we just created. Okay, so this was the original top of the bag. This is the next pocket that we got. So from that one page protector, we got 4 pockets. I'm going to do another one and show you how you can do it with washi tape. You still want to take it, and see mine are kind of crinkled, but by the time they get in the book, I think they should work those wrinkles out for me. You still want to fold it in half. If you don't have the fuse tool, you can either take your paper trimmer or take some scissors, and you want to cut on the line that you just created. Okay, so now we have this. Fold it in half again. Sorry guys, fold that piece in half again. Move that out of the way. And you want to cut on the line that you just created. I need to put on my desk a point of reference to make sure I stay in frame. I have a bad habit of doing that. Okay, so now you have this. This is open. And normally we would have used the fuse tool and went along this edge and this edge. But what we're going to do, I'm going to use washi tape that I don't really like, because I'm going to go back and use my fuse tool on it. So you want to take your washi, and that's why I don't like this washi tape. Oh, it has a paper on the back. It's not cooperating. It's a waste of freaking tape. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. And this is washi that I got that came like in a big, had a few pieces in there. Some of them I did not like. So I said I'd use them when I just needed tape to hold something close. What you do is on the edge, you want to put the washi tape on the edge that needs to be closed. Take your scissors or your paper trimmer if you want a nice straight edge. You're going to cut it off. Flip it over. Take the washi tape and put it on the other side the same way. And that closes that side. Okay, so I want this to be sealed in my, to be the bound edge in my book. So I need to close this end. So take another piece of washi tape. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to seal that edge. Cut it off. Flip it over. And you're going to do the same thing. And you're going to seal that edge close. Okay. You can clean this up a little bit. You want it to look nice. Use your paper trimmer. So now you have this pocket. And what you do is once you get them all done, put all your openings in the same direction. And you're going to bind them into your book. That way it's not big. You can make as many as you like, because you, like I said, you can get 4 from one, so you'll have plenty left over. So hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and happy planning.